Hello, and welcome to this Pierce County Library System cooking video. My name is Matthew, I work at the South Hill Public Library, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make latkes. And so, let's go ahead and run through the ingredients, and then we will go ahead and get to the cooking. So to start with, you're going to want 1.5 pounds worth of potatoes. In addition to that, you'll want half of a yellow onion. You'll want 1 egg, 1 teaspoon worth of salt, 1/8 of a teaspoon worth of black pepper, 2 tablespoons of matzo meal, and we're going to want about 1 cup worth of vegetable oil. So let's go ahead and get to the cooking. So now we're going to start by taking our onion and our potatoes, and we're going to cut them down a little bit. So for our potato, cutting it into chunks of about that size or so is probably about right. Don't bother to peel them. With the onion, you can cut the onion a little smaller than that. And once we've gone ahead and cut up all of our ingredients, we're actually going to go ahead and put it all in a food processor. Normally speaking, when I make these videos, I like to try to avoid using any type of equipment that people might not have at home. The issue with latkes is just that the potato and the onion has to be grated fairly finely. So you could do it with a cheese grater, but it's honestly much easier to do it with a food processor. So I'm going to do that today. If you don't have a food processor, I would suggest using something like a cheese grater in order to get the onions and potatoes into kind of the right consistency for what we want to use them for. Okay, so as you can see, I've processed all of this, and when you see this pile, you can kind of see why I was saying that it would be a lot of effort to do it with something like a cheese grater. Totally possible, but for me, it's much quicker and easier to do it with a food processor. And you can kind of see the end result right here of what that looks like. So now that we have that, we're actually going to take our processed onion and potato and place them in a cheesecloth. And we're going to go ahead and gather that up pretty tight and wind it. And we're going to get a bowl, a fairly large bowl as well, because all of this material is going to go in this bowl in a little while. But before that, we're going to go ahead and start to squeeze all this material through the cheesecloth. And be pretty stern with it when you do so. Okay, and now that I've squeezed our stuff out, you can kind of see in our bowl we have this material left over. Don't discard that, because there's a lot of starch in there and we want to use that for later. So what we're going to do is we're going to give this about 10 minutes and let the liquid rise to the surface and the starch sink to the bottom. And once that happens, we're going to pour off the liquid, but keep that starch in this bowl, okay? Okay, so I went ahead and let that liquid settle, and you can see we kind of have this starchy leftover. So we're going to go ahead and, in addition to that, we're going to take our onion and potatoes, our egg, our 2 tablespoons worth of matzo meal, our 1 teaspoon worth of salt, and our 1/8 teaspoon worth of black pepper. And we're going to go ahead and get that all mixed together. Just get it nice and very evenly mixed. Be sure to scoop down and get some of that starch that was left over in the bottom. And basically, once we get this all mixed, we're going to let it sit for about 10 minutes and just kind of soak in. Okay, so now that we've let our mix set for a few minutes, we're going to go ahead and put that 1 cup worth of vegetable oil in a frying pan. The 1 cup will get you will get you to the right depth if you have a 10-inch frying pan. My frying pan is a little bit bigger than that. It's about a 12-inch frying pan. So you may need to add a little more. In the end, what you want is for the depth of the oil to be about 1/4 of an inch or so. So we're going to go ahead and get that oil kind of over high, medium heat. About 200 degrees is where you want it, which is hot enough where if you toss in a little piece of the mix, it should start to sizzle right away. So I'm going to go ahead and heat that up, and then we will get started on cooking our latkes. Okay, so our oil is heated up. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a 1/4 cup, and we're going to scoop that mixture into it. And then we're going to take it and basically shape it into a little patty about 4 inches across. And once that's shaped, we're going to go ahead and place that in the oil. And on each side, you're going to want to cook the latkes for about 5 minutes or so. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that forms back together, to the best of my ability at least. So I'm going to go ahead and cook these, and I will show you the final product. Okay, so you can see our final product here. The individual latkes should be fairly well done, but still kind of soft in the middle if you've cooked them the way that they're meant to be. A lot of people like to serve this with a mixture of applesauce and sour cream. I normally like about 2 dollops of sour cream personally. And yes, so that is how you make latkes. The latkes are a significant dish in the Jewish community, and they're something I ate quite a bit growing up. So I just wanted to share with everybody what it's like making this dish. So thank you very much for watching this Pierce County Library System cooking video. If there's anybody who's been following along with my videos, this will probably be my last one, as I am moving on from Pierce County soon. And if that's the case, I just wanted to say goodbye and thank you for watching. And I hope that everybody has a wonderful day. Thank you very much.